Hi, class. This is kind of a mini lecture on a couple of elements for your proposal, and then it's instructions for an activity that you'll turn in later this week. It's called a wireframe. So we're going to talk through this. So first of all, you should remember that you do need to include a visual element in your proposal. So there's a couple of roads you can take here. One, you can create your own infographic. You may use the one that you created for your stakeholder analysis if you feel like you can integrate it in a seamless way, or you can make something new. And then you need to contribute to your argument and then explain the image and the text. Don't just do a dump. And that has to do with both of these. You need to make sure that you're synthesizing the image just like as if it was any other source. So if you find, let's say you want to integrate a chart or a graph or any sort of informational thing, you need to make sure that you're citing it in the desired style. So I'll probably upload this to Canvas, the link for how to cite an image, make sure that you're citing it. And again, you need to contribute. It needs to be something that contributes to your argument. Don't just post a picture of like a cute bunny if you're talking about animal cruelty. You have to have it something that's specific to your issue and keep your audience in mind. So let's talk about wireframing. Wireframing, it's a skill that's used traditionally for websites, but because I am hoping that you are practicing arrangement and unique arrangements with this proposal, wireframes are really helpful for us to kind of map out the direction that you want to go. So you can see wireframes are created for the purpose of arranging elements to best accomplish a particular purpose. There's rhetoric right there. So here's an example of, these are both going to be website wireframes, but you can see that it doesn't give too much information. It's more about placement so that you can see where everything is going to go. And it kind of helps you understand the order of importance and that kind of funnel of important information versus more specific information. So here's another one. You can see that it has a place for the image. So you're going to want to make sure when you create your wireframe that you're implying where you want to put all of your pictures. So your activity you're going to use, and I'll show you a couple examples. You can use a Jamboard. We use that for, actually we haven't used that in this class. I'll show you how to use Jamboard. But if you would rather use a Word doc or PowerPoint, paper and pen, feel free. I just find Jamboard to be kind of the easiest. Jamboard and paper and pen. And then you're going to want to post your wireframe to the Canvas discussion board. That was for when I was in person. But you're going to want to make sure that you include headings, subheadings, some explanation of where the content will go, and then some description of where you will place visual elements. So let's look at a couple examples really quickly. Okay, so this is in Jamboard. You can see how this student put their title up here. They did it in landscape. They have an image here. They want their introduction here, and then you can see these are going to be their headings. So they want to have discussion of issue. That's not spelled right, but you know what? That's okay. Method, and then implications. And that's how they wanted their subheadings to be. And then they have, or their headings, and then their subheadings are down here. So they had, they organized even more specifically later. And then the conclusion came here, and then oh yeah, so the header was conclusion and then conclusion paragraph. So while I'm here, let me show you Jamboard. So you all have access to Jamboard based on your Google account. So you can just go to jamboard.google.com and I have a million of these, but you won't have, unless you've done it before, you probably won't have any. And then you'll just hit this plus button down at the bottom and you can add a sticky note. You can do a textbook, whatever, and it will be like a visual representation. So then this is another example of a paper and pen one. The student did the more kind of linear look, and you can see that they were really specific about how they what they wanted for their headings and subheadings. Images looks beautiful, and I can tell you that both of these projects turned out really well because they were really thoughtful. They're really thoughtful in their design choices. So that's all I've got for you. Have a wonderful rest of your week, and I will talk to you so soon.